everybody who loved winning. Castillo's in trouble. Leeds steps in, and the fight is over. Towels coming from Dominic Ingle. Towels there from Dominic Ingle. Let's go. Stopped. Left off.
This is Thomas Lyons of Raps on TV, down here at the public workouts for Alan Brown ahead of Saturday night's heavyweight clash here at York Hall, Bethnal Green. Fortunate to be fighting on the card, Shannon COURTENAY. How are you doing, Shannon?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, good, thank you. How's preparations been for this camp? I suppose dive straight into kind of the fact you had your first fight, pro debut, came through that, and now back into camp preparing for your second professional fight.
So I boxed on Saturday night, and then I was back in the gym Monday morning to by Monday. So quick turnaround, so it's just good because you can catch up on your momentum. Once it's a good momentum, you keep going, you know. So I didn't have to go for a weight cut again and nothing. So no, I feel really good. Sparring's been really, really good this camp. Even though it's been 4 weeks, but yeah, I feel good. I'm just all waiting now, trying to fight now, itching knuckles.
And under the tutelage of Adam Booth, and also being part of a massive stable at the moment, with some of the fighters here, Josh Kelly on the card. I mean, Michael Conlon as well, kind of with Brian Burnett, with his US profile as well. So I mean, around good fighters. And I mean, how have they kind of helped spur you on to be the best version of yourself in the professional ranks?
Well, you become a product of your environment, don't you? So when I'm surrounded by the best, it pushes me on to try and be as good as I possibly can and try and, obviously I can't compete with them, but I'm trying my hardest to do it. So being around world level fighters like this, you know, you watch things that they do and you pick up and you think, I want to try to do that, and you implicate it into what you're doing as well. So yeah, I'm in what I believe is the best camp in the world, and I'm surrounded by some of the best fighters in the world, and I'm truly blessed, truly blessed.
Yeah, and sort of it's been well documented, obviously the weight kind of cut that you've had to do in your transition period from sort of maybe adulthood now into a much more sort of focused, structured lifestyle that you've adopted with your boxing, and also the paying off with the positives from it. So I mean, in terms of having that mentality from before, how's that carried on into the pro ranks, and how do you think that will aid you for when you do compete at world level?
So obviously, people might think I've done the weight cut from 82 kilos to this straight away. No, obviously I was an amateur boxer, so I lost the weight for boxing.
As it was.
But listen, I'm not sitting there saying I'm going to be fighting at world level next year, because I won't be. I never went to the Olympics, so I've got to learn as I go along, but I'm so mentally strong, I'm so focused, and I'm probably one of the most determined people that meet. Even Admiral said she was so determined. It's unreal. And I never cut corners. I've never missed a training session. I've never missed a run before. So when I do get to that level, I'll be prepared. So I've got the right team around me that prepare me mentally and physically. You know, they give me the right understanding of what I'm doing and the kind of fighter I want to be. So when that day does come, which it will do eventually, I'll be ready.
And when the way boxing's accelerated at the moment, public demand's obviously gone through the roof with these massive fights materialising a lot quicker than expected. So, I mean, in terms of boxing in general, seeing the last week we had Claressa Shield win the Undisputed against Christina Hammer. You're obviously in a very healthy position under the tutelage of Adam Booth. The relationship that you've gathered with him, and sort of moving forward, having the energy and the excitement in the gym must bring you on a lot. So, in terms of like an ambition, say for the next 12 to 18 months, what are you kind of looking at? Maybe title contention, or?
Do you know what? I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm not someone who's going to start calling out for titles yet, because I've only had one fight. My second fight tomorrow night, and I find it really disrespectful when fighters, after 2 or 3 fights, start saying, I want this title and I want to fight that person. You have to earn it, and I'm the exact same. Just because I'm in this amazing camp and I've got a well-known team around me doesn't mean I'm entitled to it, because I'm not entitled to it. I have to earn myself to get in a position. So listen, in 12 to 18 months I want to stay undefeated. I'm not going to sit here saying what I want to box for next or when I want titles, so I think it's rude. And the people that have got them titles, they've earned it and they've got them there. I'm not going to try and discredit them saying I want her next, because we'll just see what happens. It's a plan for me. I like the plan that's been set out, and we've got a good route to go down, and when it happens it's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, massive fight of the weekend. Terence Crawford defending his WBO title against Amir Khan. I mean, in terms of the public demand with that, obviously US boxing at the moment is kind of with the pay-per-view model that they've encapsulated into their kind of agenda and their environment. In terms of this fight, for the UK fans, obviously not as much excitement probably as what it could have been generated with the BT Sport sort of platform, how they use that. I mean, what's your perspective on the fight? Who do you see coming through? And in terms of the future fights with the likes of Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, and the rest at 147 pounds. I mean, what's your kind of outlook on the fight?
Listen, I would love to see Amir Khan go and win that. I think we all would, because he's a Brit and he's given a lot to the sport. He doesn't get the credit he deserves. But I think Crawford beats him tonight. I think Crawford actually stops him. I think it will take Crawford maybe 1 or 2 rounds. Yeah, 2 rounds to work out his timing and his speed, and then he'll use it against him. And Crawford, his ring IQ is second to none. He's so intelligent. So I think middle rounds, I'm going to say between rounds 7 to 9, I think Crawford actually stops Amir Khan.
Okay, brilliant. And that's one massive fight last weekend was the Vasily Lomachenko defending his lightweight title against Anthony Crolla. I mean,
he's a god. He is a god, Lomachenko. I felt sorry for Crolla because no one gave him credit. No, not credit, that's a lie. No one gave him a hope in hell, did they? And I'm one of them. I never thought he would win. And obviously he didn't. But I think even when Crolla would go to feint a jab or even attempt for a jab, Lomachenko was 4 moves ahead every time. And he plotted him. He was getting Crolla into places in the ring that Crolla didn't even want to be. But he was just cutting off the ring, his angle, and just... He's a god, he's a genius, he's a pound for pound star. And I don't think... I wouldn't like to see him go up to welterweight because then I think he could kind of tarnish all the amazing work he's done from feather to light.
Yeah.
But I'd like, do you know the fight I'd love to see? Everyone's shouting for Michael Garcia. I'd like to see Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, great fight.
Yeah. I'd love to because that Davis can whack, and he is an absolute animal. So yeah, that's the fight that I want to see. Garcia coming off the back of that bad loss against Harry Smith Jr. I feel like he needs a couple more fights back down in lightweight. But yeah, that's what I want to see Davis and Lomachenko.
Do you think there's an element of inactivity from Gervonta Davis' side? I mean, Lomachenko's obviously climbed through the weight categories. He's won multiple world titles and carried that amateur record over 400 fights and the experience from that into the pro ranks. I mean, what's your kind of view on Gervonta Davis in terms of fulfilling his potential?
If Gervonta Davis had the right management team and the right promotions team, he would be so much bigger than he is now. Everyone always goes on about how he balloons up in weight, but he has such a massive gap in between fights where he's so inactive. Like, was it only once he boxed last year, I think? Yeah,
I think once against, it was the year prior to the obviously Mayweather card, McGregor fought on that. And then I think, once, but he was supposed to fight Abner Mares.
That didn't happen. If he had the right management team and he was active, I think he could be a multi-weight world champion. But he's got to get a control of what's going on. He needs to be more active. Once he's more active and we see him really step up, I think we're going to be shocked at how good he really is.
Yeah, and I know you've touched on the fact that you're looking to earn your stripes in the professional ranks, climb through the gears, the ladder, and also kind of just flourish in terms of your style. But also just touch on those fighters that I've mentioned there, the pay-per-view kind of stars at the moment, and without discrediting your progress at the moment. Do you kind of take little things, elements from their style that you think that's what I like to emulate into my style, or little kind of improvements that you see from these fighters nowadays?
Yeah, I watch all boxing. I'm a boxing fanatic.
Yeah.
But I mainly study Paul Kings, to be honest, Duran, Leonard, Hagler and Hunt. At the moment, to be honest, the person I'm studying the most is Canelo. Because I'm trying to get that whole high guard while stalking coming forward movement. It would be slick, but yet still aggressive, because I'm an aggressive fighter. Yeah. So that's who I'm studying at the moment. He's probably my favourite fighter as well, current. So that's who I watch at the minute. And listen, you can watch over 100 different fighters, and you can take a little bit of every single fighter. And I think it's good to do that because every coach is a different way and every coach teaches their boxers differently. So even I do watch different fighters think like that's really good, that's really good. So I try to watch as much as I can, and even after all of it, I still do me because I've got my own style, I'm unique, and that's that really.
And final note, what can the Raps on TV audience see Saturday night in terms of your performance? Is it going to be an explosive one on the card?
Aggressive again, just comfortable, just carrying on the momentum from the last fight. Aggressive, and obviously we've tweaked a few things since my last camp, so just enjoying myself in a minute. I just want to put in a good performance. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm going to knock out my one, I can't bear it when people do that. I'm just going to put in a good performance, carry on with momentum, and then carry on doing what I'm doing.
Well, Shannon, I appreciate you giving me some of the time on the platform. Wish you all the best for the rest of the fight. Well, as little of it is left in fight week. Tomorrow night at the O2 Arena, live on Sky Sports. And appreciate you getting some time on the platform today. Thomas Lyons, Raps on TV, Shannon COURTENAY. Got to make sure I pronounce the
You're not
surname.
getting it right. It's Courtney.
Courtney, sorry.
It's Courtney.
Courtney. Apologies. But yeah,
Thank you
Shannon
so much.
COURTENay, appreciate you giving me some of your time.
Brilliant, thank you so much.